What's up, everybody? Rod J back again to take a look at another beer. Going to take a look at one today from West 6. This is their, I may mispronounce it here, DankeChain or DankeChain. It's their Oktoberfest beer. So this is actually their seasonal lager that they just came out with recently. West 6 is actually based out of the Lexington area, so somewhat local from here, for me, about 80 miles away. On the can they note it's inspired by our fish-growing neighbor's food chain. So doesn't really give too much about this beer out there. It comes in at an ABV of 5.5. It is considered to be a Marzahn or a Oktoberfest beer. And they say to best serve it in a dimpled mug or a stein. I'm going to actually use the only mug that I really have, which is my Pilsner Urquell mug. Kind of, not really dimpled, but it's got the little dimples and stuff in there, so we'll try that one. So, without further ado, let's get this into the mug.
Hey, how you doing?
And once we get it in, take a look at the appearance. Alright, there we go. Got it in the mug. Pours out a nice 2-finger head. Like seeing that. The head itself is going to be slightly off-white, more towards the tan level. Got a little bit of bubble action taking place. Looks like it may be a little bit of creaminess in there. I would consider it more creamy than rocky. As far as the beer itself, nice golden copper color. Lots of carbonation taking place. See if you can get some of that in there. A lot of bubble action. Don't know if it's going to pick it up because the appearance itself is somewhat cloudy. I would say probably about 80% cloudy, so you're not going to get a lot of the clarity it looks like. But from holding up close, lots of lively carbonation taking place. So let's go ahead and get an aroma.
And what the hell is that smell?
On the aroma, as you would expect on Oktoberfest beer or Marzahn beer, it pours out with that malt smell, a nice moderate to heavy dose of the malts. You do get a sniff of some of that roasted type malt being in there, and some of the spice from the Oktoberfest beer. Gives you a little bit of a hint of pumpkin scent too. So I mean, it fits right into fall, the aroma you would expect to have on a beer like this as you roll into the colder months. A little bit of spice in there too, so everything we kind of want to expect on a Oktoberfest beer. Very nice, very nice. So let's go ahead and get a taste.
I do want to know what it tastes like.
So the first thing I noticed on the taste is that it does come out to be slightly watery, but as far as the flavor itself, it does provide that nice malt flavor you'd expect to have again in an Oktoberfest beer. Got a little bit of that sweetness in there. You're not getting any of the action from any of the hops. So now this one didn't have any IBUs listed, but in a lot of your Oktoberfest and Marzahn beers, they actually are more malt forward, of course, so you don't have a lot of that hop action usually. As far as carbonation, although it's lively when you look at it, the carbonation does play out very soft, and also on the back end of the finish, it does finish pretty crisp. There's not too much of a duration on that finish, but overall, on the taste itself, is pleasing. It's something that I would kind of put out there with some of the other Oktoberfest beers as being not really overwhelming, but again, not really being bad. Kind of in that middle of the road type situation.
I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
So, overall, on this beer, what do I think? I think, well, if you're looking for a good Oktoberfest beer, this one could fit the bill. I think I like this one probably a little bit more than the Sam Adams Oktoberfest, but not as much as Goose Island's Oktoberfest so far. I think that it's got a nice appearance to it. I think it's got a pretty good aroma, and I think it delivers a little bit on the flavor. But again, with that watery effect taking place, I'm not a big fan of that usually, so that kind of brings it down to me. But if you've had this one, let me know. Check it out. Put some comments in the comment section. Again, this is their seasonal, and it's the DankeChain Oktoberfest from West 6 out of Lexington, Kentucky. But overall, middle of the road, probably give it a 3 out of 5. I appreciate you swinging by to check out another video. If you like what you saw, make sure you hit that like button for me, and make sure you subscribe to stay up to speed on other videos as I do release them. With that, I say cheers, and I look forward to seeing you next time.
Does this guy know how to party or what?